Noah and the Ark. In the days when the earth was still young, when generations had multiplied, and cities had begun to rise from dust, the heart of humanity grew restless. Violence filled the streets. Cruelty whispered in homes. Pride sat on thrones where humility once lived. And the earth groaned beneath it. The Creator looked upon the world he had made. The rivers still flowed. The mountains still stood tall. But the hearts of people had turned dark. Yet, in the midst of corruption, there was one man who walked differently. His name was Noah. Noah did not follow the noise of the crowd. He listened for the quiet voice of God. He walked faithfully. He taught his children righteousness. He honored the one who formed the stars. And God saw him point one evening. As the sun lowered and painted the sky with fire, the voice of the Lord came to Noah. The earth is filled with violence. Its corruption rises like smoke. I will wash it clean. The words were heavy. But you, God said, I will preserve. Build an ark. An ark, not a boat for fishing, not a vessel for trade, but a massive refuge, a shelter against a storm the world had never seen. God gave him exact instructions, length and width, rooms within rooms, pitch to seal it tight, a floating sanctuary, and Noah obeyed. The people laughed. They had never seen rain like this. They had never seen floods that swallowed mountains. What is he building? They mocked. Why such a monster of wood? But Noah kept hammering, kept measuring, kept believing, day after day, year after year. His sons worked beside him. His wife prepared. Faith became their rhythm. The ark grew, towering, solid, unmovable. It stood as a sermon made of timber. Then came the day. Clouds gathered thick and strange. The air felt heavy. God spoke again. Enter the ark, you and your household. And then something wondrous happened. From forests and fields, from deserts and valleys, the animals came, 2 by 2, male and female. Lions padded forward. Elephants lumbered. Birds filled the air like living confetti. They entered peacefully, as if guided by an unseen hand. And when all were inside, God himself shut the door. The first drop fell softly, then another, then the heavens opened. Rain poured as if the sky had cracked apart. The fountains of the deep burst upward from beneath the earth. 40 days, 40 nights. The ground disappeared. Homes vanished. Mountains surrendered their peaks. The ark lifted, not because Noah steered it, but because God carried it. Inside, there was darkness, the sound of rain on wood, the breath of animals, the quiet prayers of a family who trusted. Outside, the old world faded. The rain stopped, but the waters remained. Days stretched into months. The ark floated over a silent ocean, where once cities had stood. Then one day, a gentle scrape beneath the hull. The ark had come to rest, on the mountains of Mount Ararat. Noah waited. He released a raven, then a dove. The dove returned nowhere to land. He waited again. He sent the dove once more. It returned with an olive leaf in its beak. Hope, green life rising from judgment. Finally, the dove did not return. The earth was breathing again. When God told them to leave the ark, Noah stepped onto renewed ground. The air was clean, the silence holy. He built an altar. He gave thanks. And God placed a sign in the sky, a bow of color across the clouds. The rainbow, a covenant. Never again, God declared, will the waters destroy all life. The rainbow became a promise written in light, mercy remembered after judgment. The earth began again through Noah's family. Fields were planted, children were born, stories were told, and the ark remained, not just as wood and memory, but as a witness, that obedience matters, that righteousness is seen, that even in judgment, mercy waits. And whenever storms gather, and skies grow dark, the rainbow still speaks. It whispers what the ark once declared. God remembers. Rainbow,